So good day everyone. We will be discussing strain for now. So this would be the second part of the second topic for the SEM. So we have here yung strain, tapos na nga tayo sa stress. By definition, dun muna tayo sa deformation. So bakit deformation? It always relate dun sa strain. So ang deformation natin, it might be highly visible. Ibig sabihin, kita siya ng naked eye, even without instruments, or even unnoticeable, so microscopic level, yung ating deformation. So, pwedeng mangyari yon. Ibig sabihin, we are always again considering yung material itself kung nagkakaroon na siya ng sira. So, again, deformation typically can occur when we have changes in temperature, kahit palamigan or painit, meron tayong changes in, magkakaroon tayo ng deformation. Possibly yon. So, one typical example ng deformation due to temperature change is the thermal expansion. Okay? So, dahil sa temperature natin, kadalasan to, kinoconsider natin to sa mga kalsada, di ba? Sa kalsada. So, if you have the chance, pag minsan nakakita nyo yung kalsada, meron tayong mga linya-linya in between sections of roads. So, that particular lines or segments is there para sa thermal expansion. Ibig sabihin, kadalasan naman kasi talaga ng materials is kapag ka mainit, nag-expand. Okay? So, dito papasok yung deformation nga. So, again, it is part of strain kasi ang strain natin is also known as unit deformation. So, strain is the ratio of the change in length caused by the applied force. So, in this case, may applied force or external force tayo to the original length. So, strain in this part or in this sense is due to the external force na ina-apply natin. So, based on this definition itself, ang ating strain is initial length divided by the original length. New length divided by the original length. So, firstly, we have normal strain. So, just like sa normal stress, ang normal strain natin is always perpendicular to the cross-section na ating kinoconsider. So, in this particular sample, we have here a bar. May bar tayo with a length L. So, may initial length siya, may LO siya. Then, after we applied the force P, nagkaroon siya ng deformation. So, makita nyo in this sign, guys, yung delta, that is the deformation. Okay? So, usually, ginagamit yung delta as a symbol for deformation. Okay? Then, we have the new length or the final length. Then, again, by definition, yung deformation divided by the original length, yun ang ating strain. So, it is also said here na yung ating symbol for strain is epsilon. Okay? So, just like sa stress, yung average na word ginagamit din for normal strain. Okay? So, pag may nakita kayong average strain, that is also known as normal strain. So, next would be our shear strain. Okay. So, ang shear strain natin is gamma is equal to pi over 2 minus theta. So, by definition, kasi hindi lang po laging ang deformation natin is nakaka-elongate or nakaka-contract or umikli or mahaba yung body. Minsan, it also changes a direction. Okay? So, for example, meron kang plate, di ba? Meron kang plate and it's subjected, flat plate, for example, it's subjected to a different forces. So, there may be some parts ng ating body na mag-elongate and some parts na mag-compress or magko-contract. So, in that particular case, some sides of the body may have larger angles. So, in this case, dito papasok nga yung shear strain natin. So, hindi lang natin kino-quantify yung paghaba or pag-ikli ng body, we also quantify yung angles na nakakapag-elongate. Lumalaki ba yung angle or lumiliit? So dito po papasok yung shear strain natin. So in this particular part na shear strain, we are using gamma. As always, gamma po yan. And it is always measured in radians. Okay, kaya tayo may pi dyan. Nakarad po siya. Okay. So next would be yung example natin. So our example for normal strain, okay, so we have here two wires. So meron tayong two wires in the figure, wire AB and wire AC. So sinasabi dito na we need to determine the average normal strains in two wires, so AB and AC nga, kapag po nag-move yung A natin, ay yung ring natin from point A to A prime. So, pinapakita naman dito is yung initial position ng ring. So, we have here yung A, then A prime. So, it is also stated there kung ano yung naging movement. So, in this case, the ring moved downwards na 20 millimeters and then leftward na 10 millimeters. We need to establish kung ano yung mga givens natin, as I said, during our discussions para hindi kayo masyadong malito. So again, our ring moved 20 millimeters downward and then 10 millimeters leftward. So ngayon, again, we will have to know kung ano yung naging strain at each wire. So we have our solution here. So nilagay ko lang din yung ating figure. So by geometry, hanapin muna natin yung initial lengths ng mga ng mga wires natin. So we have here yung ating X and Y components ng wire, pag napapansin nyo. So we have 3 millimeters sa X component ng AB and AC. Then we also have a height na 4 meters. So if you look at it from the initial position, so A muna tayo ha. From initial position, pantay sila. Ipantay yung AC and AB natin. But we need to know yung initial length. So, in this case, the initial length would be the hypotenuse of the triangles with sides 3 and 4. So, kunin natin yon, we would have both lengths ng LAB and LAC na 3 meters squared plus 4 meters squared, then i-square root nga natin yun para makuha natin yung 5 meters. So, we have determined na yung 5 meters natin, that is the length ng ating AC and AB. AC and AB. So, we have AB and AC. So, that is 5 meters. So, again, that is just by geometry. So, paano natin kukunin yung final lengths ng wire? Okay, so para makuha natin yung final lengths ng wire, still we can use Pythagorean theorem. Okay? So paano yun masasabi yun? So we need to establish kung ano yung naging movement. So yun naman yung given. So from LAB punta tayo sa LA prime B. So yung AB muna or yung A prime B na wire yung ating kunin, yung magiging final position niya. So makikita natin from the figure na doon muna tayo sa X component. Tignan nyo agad muna sa X component. From the X component na 3 meters, so itong 3 meters, so we have here, let me put a line para mas malinaw. So meron kang daw 3 meters, so, 3 meters yan, and then pinakita na nag-move ka to the left ng 3 millimeters. So ibig sabihin, umikli siya. Umikli siya. So, kaya ka nagkaroon ng minus. Yan. Kaya ka nagkaroon ng minus. Okay? Then, we also have yung movement ng ating Y. Okay? So, in this case, ito yung Y ng AB. So, sinasabi dito na bumaba yung ating AB. So, yung Y component. So, ibig sabihin, humaba siya. So, dahil humaba siya ng 20 millimeters, nagkaroon ka ng plus. Okay? So, in this particular case naman, in this particular sample, medyo basic siya. Basic siya. Puro siya trigo kasi lengths yung ating hinahanap lang kadalasan. Ang idea here, if you know the initial length and you know the final length, makukuha mo na yung strain na meron. Okay? So, going back, we have here yung ating final length ng AB. Okay? Final length ng AB. Kaya natin nilagay LA prime B. Okay? Kasi yun na yung bagong posisyon. LA prime B. So, next we have yung ating LA prime C. So, almost the same. Okay, almost the same. Again, we'll just need to know kung nag-elongate ba siya or nag-compress siya in the X and Y components. So, let me draw it again. Sa X component natin, we have here yung initial position na A, C, X component to. Then, makikita natin na humaba siya, in the terms of AC, humaba siya ng 10 millimeters. Kaya ka nag-plus. And then, sa X component, sa Y component naman, is same naman na humaba siya. Okay? So, kaya ka nag-plus. Okay, again, this is just a little bit review ng trigo. Okay? Kailangan mo lang malaman kung mahaba or umiklit siya para malaman mo yung magiging final length. So, we will have here yung ating final length ng LAC. That is 5.02200. So, nilagay ko, of course, nilagay ko lang is 5 decimal places. I don't remember if may tuloy yan. Again, in your own solutions, kompleto po tayo. Okay, dapat kompleto yan. So, ngayon, we have yung ating final lengths and yung ating initial length. So, if you remember yung ating formula for strain, kailangan alam natin yung length na initials and finals para makuha yung sagot or yung strain itself. So, we will have average normal strain for AB muna. Okay? So, we have here yung deformation dapat. Okay? So, deformation, in this case, ito yung deformation. Okay? Delta yan. So, in this case, minus na or pinakita natin kung paano kinuha yung deformation. That is the final length minus the initial length para makuha yung deformation divided by the original length or the initial length. It's up to you kung what term you want to use. So, we have here the average normal strain for AB na 2.01 times 10 to the negative 3. So, in this particular part, please do remember na ang strain ay unitless. Kasi it is known as the unit deformation. So, dapat wala siyang unit. Kasi you are just referring, again, as always, you are just referring to the original length. Kumbaga, depende dun sa original length palagi, yung nagiging strain mo. Okay? So, ngayon, kaya siya naging ratio, in a way. Kaya siya unitless eh. Naging ratio siya. Yung sagot mo mismo is ratio in terms of the original length. Kaya po naging ratio siya or unitless. Okay? So, next is our average normal stress or average normal strain, for AC. So, AC natin, same procedure. AC lang yung initial length na ginamit, final length minus initial length na AC. Then we would have 4.4 times 10 to the negative 3. So, same idea applies naman. Again, kailangan lang malaman mo yung magiging initial and final lengths. So, you have the answers for both average normal strain ng each wire. So, yun yung final answers natin. So, next we would have the next sample. So, we have here a initial lever bar. Okay, may bar tayo dito na may ABC bar. Okay, ABC bar. This is connected by a pin dun sa point A and then cable to the point D. Okay? So, sa point D daw natin, we have a 300 millimeter length. And then, we also have here, we have here yung force P. Okay, force P na in-apply natin. So, it's stated here na when the force P is applied to the rigid lever arm, ABC, the arm rotates counterclockwise. So, pinakita dito sa figure B na nag-rotate daw yung ating lever arm counterclockwise. So, makikita mo naman is, let me draw it. Counterclockwise yung naging movement. Nagkaroon ka ng movement counterclockwise from point A. Okay? So, we have an angle down na movement na 0.05 degrees. So, pinapahanap sa atin is the normal strain at wire BD. So, kung humaba or umikli si wire BD, nakadepende dun sa strain. Okay? So, dun tayo sa solution. So, I have here our solution. So, kinapipaste ko lang muna yung figure. So, by geometry, kunin muna natin yung nagiging length ng BD. Okay? Or ng BD prime. B prime D. Ibig sabihin yung new position or new length ng ating BD, wire BD. So, this case, gumamit tayo ng angle. Okay? So, kinuha muna natin yung alpha, pinapakita dito. This alpha. Okay, pinapakuha si alpha. So, in this case, tangent 400 mm divided by 300 mm para makuha mo si alpha. Okay, nakuha mo na si alpha. And then, kunin daw natin si angle. Okay, si theta. Sorry, this is not theta. This is phi. Sorry, this is phi. Okay, so 90 degrees. Bakit 90 degrees? Kasi ito yun, 90. Minus the alpha na nakuha nyo. And then plus 0.05. Okay? Kasi si phi natin is from dito papunta dun sa bagong position ng lever arm. Okay? Kaya gusto natin makuha si phi. Okay? So, si phi. So, with that, we would have a phi na 36.92 and I think that would not be, I'm not sure if yan talaga, di ba? Again, shortcut ko lang for the sake na naka-PDF, naka-PowerPoint kasi tayo. But again, in your own solutions, hindi tayo magpuputol. Hindi po tayo magpuputol. So, we have our phi here. So, kukunin natin, dito, kunin muna natin again, yung initial, that initial length. Yung angle natin for the triangle ABD. Okay? So, yung ABD. Yan. So, pinapakuha sa atin is yung pinapakuha lang natin yung length AD daw. Okay, sa ngayon, pinapakuha yung AD. So, we have here yung 300 mm squared, 400 mm squared, and that would be square root nga. So, makakuha tayo 500 mm. So, using the result, okay, may result na tayo nitong previous, we will be applying the law of cosines. Okay, mag-cosine law tayo. So, bakit tayo magko-cosine law? Okay, ang question ko sa inyo, bakit tayo magko-cosine law? Dahil yung ating magiging bagong triangle, okay, let me erase this for now. Okay. So, yung bagong magiging triangle po kasi natin is not a right triangle. Okay? So, mangyari dyan, magkaroon ka na ng triangle lang itself. So, kaya tayo gagamit ng law of cosines. Okay? So, kaya natin kinuha yung 500 kasi magagamit natin yung side na to, okay, yung side na yan, for cosine law. So, we have here yung LAD squared, which is yung kinuha natin 500, LAB prime, okay? Sorry. This is not LAB prime. This is, tama. This is LAB prime, sorry. LAB prime, this would be still, same naman na 400. Okay? Kasi, ang nag-move naman is yung AB. Yun yung humaba. Then, we have still, yan nga, minus 2 LAD, LAB prime, then cosine phi. So, that would be the angle na kinuha natin kanina. So, kaya natin kinuha yun again. Remember, hindi po kasi, dahil nga nag-iba na yung change or yung sides ng triangle mo, hindi na po siya naging right triangle. So, kaya natin hinanapan ng paraan. O hinanapan ng paraan na makukuha natin yung panibagong length. Okay? So, in this case, makukuha natin yung bagong length ng LB prime D na 300.3491 millimeters. Again, I would like you guys to practice trigo. Okay? Kasi papasok at papasok talaga yung trigo sa strains. Kasi we are always having a hard time, madalas pala, na nagkahirapan tayo maghanap ng panibagong length. So, might as well practice tayo ng trigo or visual assessments nyo kung paano i-assess mo yung sarili nyo, yung sa skills nyo, knowing na pag tinignan yung figure, kung magiging right triangle ba siya after the change. As I said nga kanina, dahil ang change natin is hindi naman laging nagiging right triangle. Okay? So with that, we would have yung new length natin. Okay? So after that new length, we will need to know yung normal strain. So meron na tayong new length and we also have the initial length. Whereas that is the 300 nga. So we have here same formula ng strain natin kanina, iba lang yung variables. Again, we just need to know yung initial and the final to get the strain. Okay? So madalas naman talaga nagiging mahirap sa strain is to get the initial and the final final lengths. After that, just simply input it to the formula, wala na magiging problema. So with that, we would have a new length and initial length. Then, pasok na natin sa formula, we would have the strain na 0.00116. So, again, that is unitless dahil string siya. Okay, so, that ends yung ating normal strains. Okay, again, hopefully, as always, even the shear strain naman, you just need to get the new positions. Medyo mas madali nga lang in this case, normal strain. Yung shear strain medyo mas complicated kahit pa paano. So for now, try to solve more problems sa normal strain. Mas maganda. Then, just need to encounter more problems para hindi kayo masyadong hirap to during our assessments. So, next example natin is shear strain to. Ay, shear strain to. So we have here a plate shown down in the figure fixed along DAB. So fixed siya dito ha, AB. And it held in the horizontal guides at its top and bottom. So in this case, AD and BC. Okay, so may guides siya na AC and BC nga na pader in a way. So if its right side, yung CD daw, is given a uniform horizontal displacement na 2 mm, ibig sabihin, sa taas at sa baba, all throughout nung CD natin, is may 2 mm kang movement. Humaba siya ng 2 mm. Yung buong body, yung plate itself, humaba. Pinapahanap sa atin is yung average normal strain along the diagonal AC. So, ito yon. So, pinapahanap sa atin yung normal strain muna ng AC. And then, we are also, pinapahanap din sa atin yung shear strain at E relative to the X and Y axis. Okay? So, let's move on to the solution. So, dun muna tayo sa average shear strain. Average normal strain. Average normal strain ng AC. So, again, we need to know yung ating yung ating initial length. So, yung length ng AC and AC prime yung hinahanap natin. So, for now, para makuha nga again, yung ating normal strain. So, unahin natin yung AC. So, AC would be still, we have nga yung initial positions natin or initial lengths natin na 75 and 75 and yung sa initials nga nung 75 and 75. This is before the deformation. Kaya siya 75 sinabi ko kanina. So we have here 150 m, 0.15 m and 0.15 m. Gamitan natin siya ng Pythagorean. So bakit 0.15 m? Kasi 75 to 75. So we would have the AC or length ng AC na 0.21213 meters. So again, I think hindi yan yung buo. Paki-buo lang po in your own solutions. So we have a initial length na AC na 0.21213. So next we have yung AC prime. So, si AC prime, we have here 150 or 0.15 meters and 0.152. So, bakit ganun ulit? Dahil meron tayong 76 and 76. We just wanted na yung naging deformation na 2 millimeters ay hinati natin sa tig-isa. Okay, para maging equal yung movement kasi galing ka nga sa gitna. So, parang in a sense, sineparate mo lang. Kasi galing ka naman, or if you want to get the center of the body, which is the E, or in this case, E prime, ilalagay mo nga in deformation, left and right niya. Okay, kasi nasa gitna ka, yung E prime mo. So with that, you would have a AC prime na 0.21335 meters. So pwede na natin makuha yung normal strain or average strain ng AC. So we have here AC prime minus AC over AC. Still, as I said kanina, as always, paulit-ulit talaga. Paulit-ulit na yan yung formula. We have here yung magiging strain or average normal strain na 0.00669. So again, that is unitless. Okay, so next part would be pinapahanap sa atin yung shear strain at E relative to the X and Y axis. Okay, so nasabi relative to the X and Y axis. So ngayon, yung shear strain natin or yung point E natin, naglagay tayo ng theta o maglagay tayong theta. Whereas yung theta na yan, hindi natin alam yung ating angle dyan. So yung angle na yan, yung hinahanap natin change. So yung angle na theta, kunin muna natin. Okay? So tangent theta over 2. So bakit theta over 2? Kasi pwede natin kunin yung angle lang ng kalahati muna. Okay? Yung kalahati muna, kaya siya theta over 2. Okay? So yung kalahati. Kasi pwede mo i-times 2 yan. Kasi equal nga lang yung magiging angle or yung theta na yan. Hinatin mo lang sa dalawa. So magkakaroon ka ng theta na equal to 9.759 degrees. And as I said kanina, during the formula, kailangan nakarad tayo. Okay, again, kailangan nakarad tayo para magamit natin sa formula. Kasi yung first part of the formula is pi over 2. So, kung hindi ka nakarad, hindi mo ma-minus yung degree. So, kailangan mo siyang gawing rad. So, conversion lang naman tayo. So, degree, makakancel yung degree, magkakaroon ka ng rad na sagot na 1.58404 rad. Okay, that's na rad. So, yung nakarad na yan, yan yung gagamitin nating sagot. Okay, gagamitin nating sagot. Or gagamitin natin sa formula. So, in this case, pi over 2 minus 1.58404 rad, may makukuha tayong sagot na negative 0.0132 rad. Okay. So, ngayon, sir, anong ibig sabihin ng negative? Bakit nagkaroon ng negative? So, si negative, guys, it just indicates na yung unang angle natin, okay? Yung initial angle natin, in this case 90 degrees, ay lumaki. Okay? Ibig sabihin, kapag nag-negative yung mga shear strain nyo, ibig sabihin, as compared to the original length or original angles, is lumaki po siya. So, yun lang naman ibig sabihin ng negative. Okay? So, with that ends our discussion for strain. Medyo sobrang ikli lang talaga niya. Even in the module itself, medyo maikli siya. So, I would suggest, please do read yung ating reference. So, as I remember, I have uploaded it sa ating drive. So, marami tayong sample problems for strain. In your own time, please do try to read it. Just not just read it, understand it. Para hindi kayo masyadong ma-overwhelm if ever we have or we encounter new problems. So I hope you have understood the topic and please do ask me anytime if you have questions. Thank you.